Welcome back, viewers and subscribers. It's your all Star Flames, and we're back, baby, with another banging video. So, in this video, we're gonna talk about Sean Diddy Combs filing a major lawsuit against NBCUniversal. Let's talk about it, because Diddy has filed a lawsuit to the tune of $100 million for defamation against NBCUniversal and the production company Ample for the alleged lies aired in their Diddy, the Making of a Bad Boy. Now, what Diddy is claiming is that their documentary has accused him of committing numerous heinous crimes, such as being a serial deleter, a artist of minions, and trafficking of minions. Read between the lines. He's saying that they crudely psychologize him to the point where they are literally saying that he's the embodiment of Jeffrey Epstein, and he's literally Lucifer himself. Now, this goes to show these people, these media outlets, they haven't paid attention to my channel, because I believe I know where they got that serial deletionist from. If you guys have been keeping up, I've been covering, the Sloan Bella's prediction on Sean Diddy Combs, and that was one of the things that she said. Allegedly, he was a serial deletist. So the outlet took that from here. But does Diddy have a right to be filing a lawsuit against them? Yes, he has 110% rights to do so, because we're going to keep it real. We know the gossips. We know what Sloan Bella has said, and we have no belief to disbelieve her. Do you understand? So as such, because remember that when you're a media outlet, like with YouTubers, it's a bit different. If you're like a BJ Invest, so the things that I do and I say, BJ investigates, unfortunately, she cannot do or say the same things and get away with them. The things that I do and say and get away with it, unfortunately, a BJ investigates and a Candace Owens cannot do so, right? So let's put it this way. While I may have certain qualifications wherein that provides me with knowledge and awareness how to do investigations, how to do reports, how to do freelancing, how to file a report, write a report, how to create a podcast from start to finish and make it seamless, even though I don't follow those protocols. I'm sorry. While I'm trained in specific fields, BJ Investigate, remember that she gave up her bar license so that she can speak freely. Even though she did that, she is still bound by following the rules and guidelines of how she disperse and share information to the public. So too does a Candace Owens. So if the BJ Investigates should come out and say, or a Candace Owens, yes, Diddy is a serial deleter, yes, he can sue. Well, for me, I can say, you know what? I wasn't aware of the terms and conditions. I just hear gossips across YouTube, and I'm just, resharing the same gossip that I've heard. And I can say, I've heard it on this channel, that channel, that channel. And I really don't know any better, because, while I can argue those things and, get away with it, a BJ Investigates can't, a Candace Owens can't, and a NBCUniversal cannot, because they have money, they have resources, and they have attorneys. Normally, whenever a studio house or TV, any production company that is releasing anything that they are saying it's based on factual events, which they did, they have to get a lawyer, or they should rather get a lawyer to review the documentary that they have released. While the lawyer is going, watching the documentary, they should be going through Sean Diddy Combs' indictment to see where those things came out in the indictment. And as such, they could say to the production company, you can go ahead with this. You have to pull back on that, because in the indictment it says XYZ, but here you are a QRSTUV. You're doing too much. Evidently, the media company did not do that because it's a gossip. When it comes to Diddy being a serial deleter, it's a gossip because it's not in the indictment. It's not even in the Tony Busby or any other lawsuits. While they can argue and say minors have stepped forward in lawsuits, it really is still not going to hold up because remember that a lawsuit is an allegation. As I've always said to you guys, I can file a lawsuit now. I can file a lawsuit against Diddy. I can file a lawsuit against Drake. I can file a lawsuit against Kendrick Lamar. I can file a lawsuit against Candace Owens, Pierce Morgan, and I can sit down and pick stories from here and there that has been popular that, from cases that has been settled. Do you guys get the gist? Do you guys see what these people have been doing? So I can consciously choose to pick allegations from lawsuits that have been proven to be factual, and I can use that to accuse anyone. So that is what is going on with the Tony Busby lawsuits. They're all allegations. Not a shred of evidence in any of those lawsuits have proven to be factual. And as such, while the court of public opinion can run with this, the NBC Universal and Ample cannot do the same. But another thing as well that I'm also going to point out to you guys is this. And this is something that I've always spoken about. This is something that I've always been vocal about. Sean Diddy Combs hasn't been found guilty on any of the allegations brought against him, whether from the lawsuit or the indictment. But we can literally say anything about Diddy and get away with it. We can literally put him on a cross and we can literally nail him to the cross and we can get away with it. We cannot even use Jeffrey Epstein in our video titles, no matter how clean the video is, even if the report is coming from a media outlet. Do you guys notice as YouTubers, we cannot use Jeffrey Epstein's name? And that is something that has always been concerning because Jeffrey Epstein has been convicted. We should be able to use his name. There should never be such a protection around his name and his activities. But there is, while as a Sean Diddy Combs, he hasn't been found guilty of. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Because oftentimes when I highlight these things, people tend to, interpret it or translate it to, I am defending Diddy. I am supporting Diddy. And that's not the case. What I'm exposing to you guys is the disparity between the black and white community, the disparity that is among us. And I hope you guys get it because there is a startling difference as to how a black accuser is treated versus someone who is white and convicted. You guys know that I'm not huge on the race thing because oftentimes when you guys say, but that person is black or that person is white or, I said, I'm not cultured like that. But when it's so evident that you can see it and you can't dismiss it, and you've witnessed it times upon times again. I remember you guys have asked, how is it that we're always talking about Diddy? Why is it that we're not talking about the lighter, brighter people who are on the same cases? And the harsh reality of that is oftentimes, not in every case, not always, but oftentimes those are sensitized. Your video get demonetized and there's literally no sense in you talking about it because even if you get the views, it would be like a passion project. And oftentimes the community, the streets of YouTube do not support it. So I'm just saying to you guys, Sean Diddy Combs, he has a point. Whether we like him or hate him, he definitely has a point. And for the people who have been keeping up with Sloan Bella and knows her high level of accuracy, by the way, again, she's the lady that predicted Sean Diddy Combs' downfall. She did a video also on the honeycombing of Ye's mind, why Ye is so fragmented in his thoughts, delivery, and she explains why he's not able to, do some things. And she did say that he was honeycombed. However, he's going to break from that, fragments. He's like he's in a spiritual jail, So you guys keep praying for him. He's going to break free and he's going to find his way back to God. But it's not my duty or responsibility to full on convince you. I can share the details, information, and awareness as much as I can. And then it's up to you guys to proceed how you would like to. So just know that when you come here on my channel, you're free. Even if you disagree with me, once you're not in my comment section telling lies on me, or once you're not being overly rude. I don't mind people being rude, but when you're being overly rude, that's where the problem is. And when you're telling lies on me, that's where the problem is. You can't be telling lies on me in my comment section. You have to take that garbage elsewhere. Sorry, not sorry. No, we're going to dive into this report so as to give you guys some more information on exactly what is being reported. Now, we're going to pull it from the media Bible. They love to call page 6 the Bible, right? And you guys know the reason for that. No, they're saying Sean Diddy Combs has filed a $100 million defamation lawsuit against NBCUniversal and the production company Ample for alleged lies aired in their Diddy the Making of a Bad Boy doc. The rapper's attorney claimed in complaint filed in New York and exclusively obtained by Page 6 on Wednesday that the documentary assumes their client has committed numerous heinous crimes, including serial deletion, word of minors, trafficking of minors, and attempts to crudely psychologize him. It maliciously and baselessly jumps to the conclusion that Mr. Combs is a monster and an embodiment of Lucifer. He's a monster. We saw that beatdown video. So, as I was saying, Diddy, you are in fact a monster. No real man treats a woman like that, okay? No, let's continue, right? So they're saying, as I was saying, Combs is a monster and an embodiment of Lucifer with a lot of similarities to Jeffrey Epstein. The lawsuit further alleges. The complaint breaks down each of the alleged fallacies that aired on. That's my favorite word, fallacies, fallacious, just give them to me. I don't know why. That aired via NBC and Peacock in January, including the insinuation that Combs, 55, contributed to the 2018 death of Kim Porter, right? Well, that one was a really, questionable one for them to take. We all know Kim Porter, and I believe they're using Sloan Bella's resource. But the thing is that they can't do that because if they do it, where is their source coming from? What do they have to back up their statement? They can't do because Sloan Bella can say, I'm a psychic medium. That's what I got. What's their excuse? So I definitely understand this in this case. Now they're saying the two dated on and off from 1994 to 2007 and welcomed 3 children together. In the doc, Porter's ex Albie Shore, whose real name is Albert Joseph Brown III, questioned the late model's cause of death, which was attributed to lobar pneumonia. Typical way of taking out someone when you don't like them. I'm just saying that part. He also claimed she was gone because she was going to be the next Cassie Ventura. Ventura, who dated Combs off and on from 2007 to 2018, sued him for award in November of 2023. And the exes settled within 24 hours. The Me and You singer explosive explosive domestic violence allegations were then corroborated by a shocking hotel surveillance video, which led to other alleged victims coming forward. However, Combs' lawyer argued in their complaint that the doc accused their client of deleting the love of his life and mother to his children, despite the Los Angeles County Coroner's Office finding that she died from natural causes, that there has never been any evidence of foul play. Yeah, right. Brittany Murphy too, right? We know, right? Now, NBC, however, did air the coroner's determination and said in the doc that the Los Angeles Police Department found that there was no criminal involvement in Kim Porter's death. So they did back up their statement on that one, which is really good. Now, Combs' attorneys also slammed the TV network and Ample for relying on Shore 56 as a source, given that producer Ari Mark knew of the songwriter's weird, very kind of complicated relationship with Sean Combs for an interview he gave The Hollywood Reporter. In the complaint, they also hit back at Shore's attempt to link his own health issues to Combs, as well as the unhinged conspiracy theory that the Bad Boy for Life rapper played a role in the death of the notorious B.I.G. late record executive Andre Harrell, who died of heart failure in 2020, and late rapper Dwight Evie Harrington Myers, who died of pulmonary embolism in November of 2011. By maliciously advancing the unhinged narrative that Mr. Combs is a serial deleter with absolutely no evidence or logic to stand on, and in the face of clear evidence to the contrary. I understand that, but still, we know, right? No, they're saying defendants spread fake news of the most damaging kind, the lawsuit states. Now, they further state Combs, via his lawyers, also further dispute the resurfacing of the claim made in producer Rodney Little Rod Jones' $30 million lawsuit, which claims the Last Night rapper had assaulted underage women. They note that the women have already come forward to debunk the claims, stating they were not minors when the incident pertaining to them occurred and that they never witnessed anything untoward happened at the parties. The lawsuit also slams Courtney Burgess, who is being sued in a separate lawsuit alongside News Nation. News Nation got caught up in this as well, I'm just remembering, for defamation of allegedly spreading lies about Porter's memoir and other defamatory statements. It appears neither Burgess nor News Nation have responded to their suit. Their reps could not be reached. Combs' teams claims they warned NBC and Ample around December 10th, 2024, that the allegations in their doc were unequivocally false, had been debunked, and lack any credible evidence, but they still proceeded with the release of the trailer and series. The defamatory statements published by defendants about plaintiff have directly and approximately caused plaintiff substantial reputational and financial harm and damage his right to a fair trial on the government charges against him, they further allege. So they're just throwing out there to say, in case anything goes wrong, we have all of you people to blame because you're damaging his case. Now they're saying Combs' attorney, Erica Wolf, adds in a statement to page 6 as described in today's lawsuit, NBCUniversal, NBCUniversal Media, yes, Peacock TV, LLC, and Ample LLC made a conscious decision to line their own pockets at the expense of truth, decency, and basic standards of professional journalism, grossly exploiting the trust of their audience and racing to outdo their competition for The most salacious Diddy exposed, defendant maliciously and recklessly broadcast outrageous lies in Diddy, the making of a bad boy. She adds, in the purported documentary, defendant accused Mr. Combs of horrible crimes, including serial deletion, sexual assaults of minions, knowing that there is no evidence to support them. In making and broadcasting these falsehoods, among others, defendants seek only to capitalize on the public's appetite for scandal without any regard for the truth and the expense of Mr. Combs' right to a fair trial. Page 6 has reached out to NBC and Ample for comments but did not immediately hear back. Combs is currently incarcerated at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, New York, as a result of federal probe that led to him being charged with trafficking, racketeering, transportation to engage in prostitution. He has denied any wrongdoing and pleaded not guilty. The Bad Boy Record founder faces a minimum of 15 years in prison and a maximum life sentence. His federal trial has been scheduled to begin on May 5th. Now, guys, that ends that report right there. It's your time to chime in because I've seen some comments. People are definitely supporting this lawsuit because they're saying, even though they hate to admit it, a lot of the things that he's saying is in fact factual because it's not in the indictment. And on the other hand, people are saying that Diddy should sue himself for the economic and reputational harm he caused to himself. So that one is funny in a serious situation. We can laugh a little bit. Now they're saying the evil man, this evil man needs to shuddy. He's a despicable character who belongs in prison forever. Enough said. See it and just tell the truth of who Diddy is from, his upbringing and today. So this demands he is showing that he cannot accept what he did to other human beings. Sad for him. No. Those are just some of the comments. We're going to leave that at that. It's your time to chime in, guys. So what's your take? While you're at it, remember to thumbs up, subscribe, do everything you need to do on this video to help your girl out. See you all in the comment section. Peace.